The following material may contain sex, coarse language, and violence.
I'm definitely not going home.
Okay, but you've got to show up for the meeting anyway. So
Yeah, I wouldn't have gone home. I would have gone straight to base.
yeah, it's down the street and around the corner.
I know, but it's Brooke's at home, so no.
Okay, so everyone except Soviet is at the base now.
I didn't come in the.
That's good. It means you don't have to clean it so much.
No, I mean I came as a regular person, rather than.
You come as yourself.
Jesus Christ, what the fuck is wrong?
Come as you are.
Well, I'm 12. So. Okay, so now everyone's there. Go! God, I'm glad we're all here. Squeaky, squeaky, squeaky. I'm really concerned about the amount of negative press we're getting. Murders, silicanes.
See, the car hitting people was controlled by the lunatic. We couldn't stop him. We actually limited the number of deaths on that one, so we feel bad.
That explains that one. Fortunately, Dr. Goodman's been doing his job, although I'm a little concerned that he's fallen into the hands of the minions of Sol's autocracy.
What do you mean?
Dr. Goodman has been exposed. He's out.
He's getting a pass though.
What? What?
They're not putting him in prison, but it looks like he's dumb.
He's allowed to keep his job because all he did, because how he exposed himself was.
Well, it seems that someone
What?
murdered a professor in a graveyard, and then Dr.
What?
Goodman
You
brought
mean
him back
Professor
to life.
Goody-Good?
Yeah.
Standing well away.
Well, at
from
least the
group.
police are blaming it on him. I don't know.
Did you kill him? Well, sorry.
I told you. I say from like a far off corner, just
Do you want to be honest?
Joining the same door.
Well, you obviously lied beforehand. So yes, you did try and kill him.
Yeah.
Well, okay, I wasn't expecting you to admit it.
Why?
There wasn't any other choice.
Well, obviously there is, because now he's going to be able to get out and get us.
He actually can.
Actually, he
Fortunately.
can't. He's got no memory from the last week.
Because he lost all his memory.
The bullet tore it out of his head. And Dr. Goodman can't return glial cells and neurons, so... Or at least that's what Dr. Goodman was thinking at the time. Sort of.
His last memory is from like a week ago. I had to interview him in hospital today.
Fortunately, I'm a police officer, so I did a little bit of guard duty, and... in a good cause, I had to make sure he was alright. I didn't...
No, it's understood. But
So you're sure it's gone?
If you're referring to the program that would destroy all the security gateways in the world and allow him access to our markets, let alone nuclear secrets, then yeah, he doesn't remember shit. It's literally not there.
that's good.
And you destroyed the source code?
No, he absorbed the source code.
Oh, that was the only one that existed?
Actually, I'm not entirely sure. Actually, technically he didn't.
we thought he had.
Just meta.
We thought he had because the thing hit the computer, so we thought it automatically uploaded all his data in there.
Well, the computer was destroyed that it was in, so the only one that knows the code is
You.
I've had the code longer than he has.
Well, that's a good point, but I mean, you do go crazy and kill everyone.
I haven't killed anyone. Well, not on purpose.
If you start picking apart our minds, then we can't trust you.
Actually, he told me that from the other universe when they went into the simulation. He went crazy and killed everyone.
Okay. So why did you leave your communicator?
No. We're more focused. Why kill people? We're not here to kill.
I killed one person.
That we know of. That we know of.
That's not what the paper says. It says it ballistically matched you to other murders.
That's exaggeration. We have the ballistics from other shots he's fired. The paper chose to imply he's murdered other people. That's just them being assholes. I tried to get the ballistics file, but it's proving more difficult than usual to get into certain areas of the precinct and erase evidence of our doings.
Stairs.
I will eventually get rid of these evidences, but it's just going to take some time. There's no wheelchair ramp, you see.
We've tried our best not to kill people.
I usually do.
You certainly had the full intent of killing him. I could see it in your eyes before you took off.
This is what I'm trying to talk about.
So right.
Need to learn the handshake.
So what now? You know, what else are you holding back from us?
Don't look at me.
No, it's all right.
Other than information,
Well, I know you're holding back all future information, which is understandable because I don't want to fuck up the top.
already changed.
Yeah, no, I was trying to be polite.
yeah, but there are
Right, he does know about that, okay.
there are still things I know that I can't tell you. You do understand that?
That's why we've never actually pushed the point, because we're afraid we might stray into an area where we'll go, I can't tell you, or something like that.
Still no excuse for murdering
that
people.
would be preferable to just straight up murdering people.
Let me,
No.
I share the group's concerns about murder. It's not a good look, if anything else, but I have some experience with time travel. Believe it or not, I'm still
yeah.
coded in chronotons and have a little habit of slipping off for a weekend in 2043.
How
Your
was it?
sister's fine, by the way.
It's good.
The
She
problem
actually
is
come out
that
all right
my
with it.
understanding is from what you've told us, you needed Powerhouse,
Yeah.
and he's dead.
Yeah.
So, who knows who could replace him? I mean, maybe Jefferson could be important in the future, and if he'd be dead and we wouldn't have him. It is for this reason I believe we should make use of Dr. Goodman's mutant capturing cells for people we would otherwise kill.
We've been trying to move them. We were planning on moving them.
Not those ones.
Oh, the other
The ones in
ones.
his laboratory. They're stasis cells. They pretty much freeze people in time so they can't get out.
Yeah. The cells are good, but we can't leave them with Dr. Goodman unsupervised.
No, I ain't rowing, because at this point a burly figure walks in. Hey,
Oh God.
hey everyone, don't panic! The Aegis is here. Hey, Soviet. It's been a while since we've jumped. Oh, Frosty.
How was Boston?
Cranky, windy, explosive. Well,
No, we
did I
asked about Boston, not you.
Wow, what's with the mood in here?
Well, it was quite fine until you showed up.
No, it really wasn't.
It was not.
Okay, it got worse.
Even the spirits are weirded out at this point.
I see someone needs a locker stuffing. Good times. Anyway, I just dropping
Through game
into
deck.
just dropping in to pick up a communicator because I left mine behind. I'm gonna need one.
You can have mine. I'm
No.
done.
You can't.
What do you mean, Doug?
Well, I'll let you sort out your issue. I'll come back tomorrow.
I'm done. I'm out.
You leave.
I just
Why?
came here because Psiman asked me to, so they can at least tell you.
Why
Why
out?
are you done?
Because I'm causing global warming. So every time I use my powers, I make the Earth hotter and I'm killing everybody.
That's only strictly correct. Did you read the
B, I'm not supposed to even be alive and I'm no real use to this team.
That's
And C, I think the person who's in charge of this team isn't really a team leader because this isn't a team and this is just a group of supervillains and we're just a bunch of minions for a guy in a black metal suit. There, I said it.
Hello!
Simon, the leader.
I'm talking about him.
Actually, that does bring up a point. That someone's going to have to lead your group while I'm stopping the interdimensional threat.
If you had problems before, you could have brought them up.
We've brought up problems before, but somebody doesn't listen and just charges off and does what he wants, ordering us around to do what he wants, rather than listening to us like a group leader should.
Hey.
The whole point of a group is that it's a group, not just a bunch of minions for the person at the top to order around.
You do have she does have a point. It has been very one-sided.
Yeah. Evidently that doesn't work.
Well,
And we don't kill people! Not unless it's an absolute last resort. It shouldn't be the first place we go. Just because something might have happened in a future that's already been changed 100 times now.
He had that ability, though.
So?
Yes, but again, are you going to murder me because in one future I murder millions and millions of people?
Thing is, we have an advantage now. Because you know what the future is, we can cut this stuff off before it happens.
Which is what's happening with me. I mean, if I carried on the path I was going, yeah.
But we don't have to kill these people. Now we've got... Because we have the advantage of your sort of maybe future knowledge, we can use this to find alternative means to stopping them before it happens. Not just going straight for the easy, put a bullet between their eyes.
That's what I was trying to do before. And I've done for the most part. This was, in all honesty, the first one I tried to kill.
Tuck your t-shirt into your pants like a Doris, Adrian.
But either way, I'm no use. I'm no
You
Tyler.
are use.
And I'm causing more problems because I'm causing this hate.
No, you are.
Bullshit!
Just listen.
I can prove you're not. I can prove you're not. When we looked into the mirror, we asked the question, we wanted to see what was causing global warming. It didn't show us a picture of you. It showed us that mountain with the top.
Well,
We know that wasn't filled with elemental mutants who
Okay.
were hiding under there or something.
Elemental mutants only change the climate incrementally.
It showed a car. It could be
Well,
car.
we've got all the parts. We could do it again. We'll do it again and see if we get a more accurate. We've got better questions. We know more of what we want to know. Can we do that same spell again?
Well, hang on, this is ridiculous. The global warming's the globe's only been heating up for about 3 months, which is what...
Which is exactly the amount of time I've been using.
No, hang on! There have been elemental mutants before you. Surely it would have started sooner.
So which just proves it me even more.
No, it doesn't.
No,
it, just means,
but how long have you had the powers? You've always...
it just means people didn't notice the effects as much because
I've
we
had
didn't
them
expect.
since I was 18.
So, but this only happened 3 months.
Yeah, but I haven't seriously been using... I've been using my powers way more in the last 3 months than I had in all the time leading up to that.
Sorry.
Oh, I didn't know.
Was that accident? We're actually... Yeah.
I was just adjusting it and hit the button. Carry on.
If you'd read the document, you would know.
I did read the document! I highlighted all the stuff in it!
Yeah, and you missed parts. The parts that explain that gasoline engines are what causes the majority of the climate change, which is why I'm currently advancing electrical science about 25 years so we can move away from it.
But I'm still a contributing factor.
Yeah,
a major one.
But then all of us are.
No, you're not an elemental mutant unless you take the right game.
Can be.
I could be just about anything. I could
You're
be-
not a mutant at all. You turn into a buffalo and an eagle thing. I don't see how that's harming the planet. You're in a suit. You've got psi powers. You're a big muscle guy who...
He's left.
Yeah, I'll just point to where I last saw him. And
My suit uses kerosene, incredibly bad for the environment.
Now, I'm also telekinetic.
so either way, you're not harming the environment. Unless you take control using your powers of, a bunch of cars or mutants.
I heard someone say something about a spell that can show us the cause of it.
We already did that.
Yes, but we only asked general questions.
But the point is, you saw something, right? You saw a car in a mountain?
A mountain with the...
Well, can you find the mountain? Because it seems to me that if it's stuffed with elemental mutants causing the problem, you just go to the mountain and,
Well,
put them in the cells.
I have been seeing the mountain
was
for days now.
distinctive looking thing, and there was a car driving
The day
towards it.
and the hours
my
before I met you guys the first time was the first time I saw the mountain. I saw Soviet before you almost ran me over. And the mountain has been prevalent in almost all of my dreams.
Does it look like this? It's the sketch she just drew.
And it is the mountain.
Is it?
Because we knew the mountain by name because I recognized it with a geography roll.
It's the
That's like a
Devil's
national
Tower.
park.
It's in a national park.
Yeah.
Is that it?
Is it?
Well, yes.
Yes, that is the mountain before it changed.
Cool. We go to this mountain, and we, like kung fu, all the things that we find out. We eliminate. Process of elimination. It's police investigation. Don't get all emotional. We have no proof, just feelings, and there's no room for feelings in police investigations, except when the lovely witnesses need consoling. I mean,
Soviet, I believe you may be more to do with the solution than the problem by the end of this.
funny, there wasn't any global warming in the future I went to.
Or mine.
Because I wasn't around.
And there wasn't any global warming in that parallel dimension you went to where there were tons of you.
Correct.
Literally 3 for every street corner, if I recall hearing correctly.
So, doesn't that do anything to persuade you that you're a useful, vibrant, and cleavagey part of the team?
I guess so many of my analogies involve street corners.
Squeak, squeak, wheel, wheel.
Could you get me a thing from
Could you? Oh, I dropped my hat. Could you pick that up for me, please? I'm in a wheel.
Sure.
Why did the hat move further away? You pick it up, get further.
Thank you. Rolls the hat back up, puts it in pocket.
Doesn't work.
Okay, so we go to this place.
Doesn't.
We go to this place.
Handicap.
We investigate and
The
find
problem
out
is,
what's...
if I recall, it's out of state. How are we going to get there?
Only some of us can get out.
I can.
I can.
Can you transport
Well, I'm
us
a
there
police
with
officer,
magic?
so I can.
Well, can you get some of the rest of us through? You know, maybe have them handcuffed in the back of your car and say, "Oh, this other state wants
Actually,
them
I
for
know.
crimes."
Actually, one of the detectives on the Cold Rocks Action Patrol task force owes me a few favors. I might be able to swing a prisoner transfer of some kind.
But then, how do you get them back?
Is the problem.
Yes.
If only someone hadn't permanently wrecked his super huge jet.
I mean, I don't think breaking the border in Nisa would be a good idea right now.
Unless
can
we
your
ran
brother...
like a Smokey and the Bandit thing, where we ran that sneezer around and as a distraction, and we
Well,
were in like
I hate
truck.
to admit this, but your brother can jump across states pretty much.
But before we get to that, we've got one thing we have to actually resolve this week. Before we do anything else. We need to move that ship.
You meant the wreckage of the Krell ship.
Yes, very much so. We
What?
We promised we put it somewhere, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And they could pick it up.
Your week is almost up.
Yes. Sorry,
Okay, look. Ship. Move it. Where?
to the glass.
Fortunately, you have a powerful telekinetic who can't walk and would need some kind of person to move him. But he could move everything else.
Like a person with a car.
Like a person with a car! Like a cool big black one with like 10 million watts of lights on the front, and
Well, it's just
bulletproof
parked in
walls,
the garage.
and bazooka cop frustrating armor.
It's in the garage. Because that's where we left it, remember?
Let's go.
I'm sure,
Let's solve all the problems.
I'm sure this won't turn into another media nightmare.
I think I have a spare costume around here somewhere.
Oh, hang on. Here. He hands you a small, paper bag.
Hmm?
It's a costume of yours.
Oh,
It's been washed.
thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
Why is it in his wife's size?
It is.
I know!
I don't know that.
No, you don't!
It went through a dryer. That's why it's shrunk.
I'm just waiting for her to come back and say, it's really tight across the bust, and
His wife wished she
his
had
skirt
this
is
bigger.
too long. I want it to be too short because his wife is shorter than me.
Right, do you want to drive?
Yeah.
Okay, so you drive to the other base. He telekinetically lifts the wreckage, mushes it into a ball, and then you just have to drive him to the place where the thing is.
As it just
drop
hovers
it.
above the
Yeah.
car arms.
Send a dig a message. Your thing will be left here. Date the next one 30
So-
minutes later. Your ship has been left here.
So in your gaming boards and that, there's going to be a brief explosion on your nerd boards about, I just saw the Black Knightmobile being chased by a Borg sphere. You know, from the movie.
Yeah.
It's smaller in person.
If you do not move your ship soon, it will be crushed into a sphere.
You have a week to move your sphere. Your sphere has been crushed into a cube.
What do they crush ball cubes into? Never mind.
And you drop off the ship. Cool. That's taken care of. That took half an hour.
Send email and done. Yep.
Neat.
How long does it take an email to get to the moon?
Fuck knows.
The dark side takes a while.
So what are you doing now?
Well, Psiman
So
has
you need to get to Wyoming.
Psiman has to at least organise a prisoner transfer or something, doesn't he, first?
So Psiman goes away, and he comes back and he's like, okay, I managed to shake loose one of their APC prisoner transporting things with special mutant containing things in the back. I have this for, tonight.
And did you manage to get away with it without having any other cops having to escort you or
I promised to loan them Jamal.
That's a one-man army.
Pretty much. He's
replaced
still
the APC.
technically a cadet, but he's better than all of the instructors in hand-to-hand and gun throwing.
Gun throwing?
I swear, he's got to be a mutant, but he's not. He has a gun, and he's just like, there's the thing I want to hit, and he just throws it through the air, and
Why doesn't he shoot it?
that's what I keep asking. But he's a rubbish shot.
I've never seen a more dedicated cop than when I saw him operating in Charleston. He's just, wow.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. I mean, he does have his faults. I mean, he's a Democrat supporter. Actually, that is a fault, but
How things have changed since this game started.
well, Republicans are still evil. They still are. So, all we have to do is, get there and use it.
How long's it gonna
back though?
Yeah, how long will it take to drive there?
It's in Wyoming.
Yeah, I'm.
Okay, so I go to Google Maps and I find out.
How late are we going to be returning to CPC?
They used it in court.
Okay, going through Salt Lake City. It's going to take you 16 hours and 49 minutes to drive there at legal speeds.
So it's
And
gonna
your
be
destination is in a different time zone. So,
So we only have to cross one state line to get there, though, right?
Technically, the shortest route has you passing through Utah.
No, it's just I think I can cross a state line and back, and the Nizar, and that is a very fast vehicle that moves in all terrain.
Yes.
It also has self-sustaining power, and we can bring it back.
It'll certainly be faster than this chunk.
Yeah.
I see what you're planning. On the other hand, you guys really need a teleporter.
The only thing is, isn't the Nizar a wanted car at the moment?
That's never going to change.
Yeah.
No, but I mean...
I feel like with our bad press situation, we should try and limit.
That's the only thing is I
We
don't.
already talked about the teleporter.
I don't need them saying I'm robbing more
Yeah,
stores.
you're not
honestly.
Yeah. You said it could do in theory, but it would only work for one person.
Yeah.
Just change the license plate on the Nizar and people just go...
License plate!
I'll put a license plate on it.
There we go!
No, I've got it. Get a stencil. Spray Aerosmith on the side or something.
Yeah. So you just change one...
Oh, just make it like a happy APC.
Lex Luger's bus tour.
Oh my god!
Just it's on the side of the APC, and since you're going so fast, people are like, what was that? Aerosmith. Oh.
Yeah, just change one thing on it, and then everybody will leave it alone.
Okay, so yeah, it is
Right,
16 hours away by normal speed. You guys need to spitball some ideas of how to get there, like, much quicker. Like, in a quarter of the time would be a better thing. Getting back, not so much a problem.
Wait, we do actually have some mages that owe us a favour.
Yeah, we do.
So we might get instant transported there.
Do they still owe us that fable?
Yeah, they do. We haven't
Yeah.
used it.
I thought they decided we used it on Magnus.
No, they used it on Magnus to save something for them, which is why I'm surprised Magnus didn't turn up at the meeting.
He can't. Right now, he's in Borneo.
We don't know.
I know.
Well, he's
Actually,
basically...
You also don't know he's alive.
Oh no, we do know he's alive.
Oh,
We
do
know
you?
he's alive.
Yes, we
How
do.
you know that?
Because
He came back.
Because
Oh,
we
yeah.
saw him
Yeah,
repairing
that's
this.
Yeah,
My bad.
that's why I want to go for a sandwich.
Oh, you told your old dicks and awful for...
Yeah.
So yeah, I will say in character, well, we do have some mages
The
that owe us
Devil's
a
Tower
favour.
is near to the Pine Ridge Preservation and the Crow Preservation. Just, you know, for other Native American peoples, you might be... Not that it will help you get there any faster.
Help us get back if we just teleport there with no vehicle.
Spirit of the F-22 Raptor, I'm there.
One day.
Well,
There is actually a method you could get there very quickly if you're willing to use it, but that doesn't help everyone else.
That's the one-way, trip for you, is it? Or just for you, anyway.
we could ask them.
Do you think they'll give us a round trip?
They might. I mean, it's a... To be fair, being transported to a place and back is that's a pretty small favour, really.
I don't know about the magic way to do it, but it's really difficult to do.
There is also... You could... I'm throwing everything out on the table, no matter what you want to do. Curse can translocate.
We already owe him a favour.
Yeah.
Okay, you can do it too.
In fact, if we tell the
3,
mate...
4, 5, 6.
And then on the way back,
Yeah.
If we tell Mr. Sato that we're doing it to try and solve the global warming problem, I'm sure they'll be very pleased.
The Smile Liner still technically exists, and it's
Yeah, but-
very, very
But
fast.
the engine that made it go really good has
It's
been
still in
confiscated.
it. No, it's still in it.
But it's been confiscated by the
It's
US
just
government.
not allowed to be used for anything else.
Yeah.
but if we steal it,
And you can put it in your suit.
that's a fucking
In a ship.
How easy would it be to steal before we even consider how easy it would be to get away with it?
Obnoxious. Especially because we can't do it.
Especially since it's parked in the Cold Rock's hole.
It's the military.
Yeah. And also, like, if we do it in costume,
Your reputation will be...
Yeah. So basically,
If that cross ship hadn't have been like so bad a shape, I would have said we could have taken that.
Well, go talk to Major Council.
Okay. And we'll go to see Mr. Seto and Supply on.
Okay.
how many of us actually need help to get over the border legally?
Anyone who's an unregistered mutant, or if you're a resident even and not a citizen, you need a special permit to travel.
Citizen.
And everyone else is a resident.
Everyone else is a resident.
Becoming a citizen isn't easy either.
Well, especially for me.
Yeah, you guys have to vote soon.
Like fucking
And as a
nuts.
citizen, you have to vote.
I think I already voted.
Citizen
You
MacGruder.
pre-voted. Yeah, who did you vote for? It was A, wasn't it?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know who I'm going to vote for.
For C, he is a real American.
They're all Nixon.
Damn.
They could be clones for all we know, like Germany does it.
No, they're just all Nixon.
Anthem.
So yeah, I'll change back into basically Svetlana, and then
I'll change back into Xander.
go
Dun, 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 dun.
and then head to the Pterodino Tower.
Okay, the Pterodino Tower.
No.
No,
They could get you across.
Kyber
They
Core.
could get you.
Kyber
there.
Kyber.
Core.
Sorry,
Kyber
yes,
Core.
Kyber.
Kyber Corp.
Also, you know, the Krell could get you there quick. Just saying, there's options.
Yeah, they want us to give us. They want us to give them more ruby crystals of Burma.
If you could steal that prototype military-grade Guardian robot, its jet form is very fast.
He's just throwing everything at us now.
Any of the Nebula Rangers can fly
Not the
at a
Nebula
at
Rangers.
at the speed of light and faster.
Yes.
If you happened to know one of them.
Well, Bertrand could take us on his shoulders.
Let's ask Caesar.
We could just ride Boris. Like,
I could probably ask Caesar.
Caesar is. He's in England for some reason.
I don't know why. Just no reason.
It's probably the only place to get a decent pea soup.
I could ask Ultra Girl, but she should just
she'll
fly
just throw
me.
you into the ocean.
She'd fly me around the city a few times.
Yeah. I think we'd get thrown into the ocean.
Yes, please.
Accidentally.
Like it was part of the plan.
She's busy training.
But that's Colonel
You
Colonel
arrive
Jacob Lewis.
at the Kyber Corporation building.
Walk up to the.
Hi, welcome to Kyber Corporation.
Hello, I'm here to see Mr. Seto and Supply, please.
Wow, popular guy. Sure, he's on floor 39. Here you
Thank
go.
you.
Thank you.
The elevator.
I see that supply guy a lot.
Wait, who will win?
It would be us too.
Okay.
Does anyone else want to go?
I usually, because I started going with the last
Okay,
two
then
times.
you're
I
with the
think.
group too. Anyone else?
You gonna come?
I would want to go, but
Yeah.
I probably get talked out of it very easily.
Oh, we would let you
Stay in
come.
the car.
We'd probably let you come.
So you're
I
there
mean,
too.
as far as unless there's
Okay,
anything that's
so
dangerous
everyone
to-
except Psiman is going. Oh, crazy magic wingers. Whoa.
Cheated just a wheel of
You'd find that really hard.
If you really didn't want to go.
Yeah. He's also telekinetic.
It's impossible. You can't be both.
Yeah. Normally. That's what makes him special.
and to target.
And a massive beat. Okay, so you get to the floor and it opens up and it looks like the inside of an office building.
Oh wow.
No took from the elevator either.
Nope.
Ooh.
Okay, I hope things are okay.
Yeah,
Mr.
it's-
Seto?
You go down the hallway there and there's a door marked Mr. Seto. Supply. Come in. No, it's you.
Yes.
What is it this time?
We were wondering if you could do us a service of transporting us somewhere out of state.
I'm a
And back.
I'm a supply officer, not a transport officer.
Yes. Would you be able to point us to a transport officer?
You'll need Professor Gravitt in transport.
No, where would I find transport?
One office over.
Thank you. One officer.
Yes, come in.
Hello.
Ah, it's you.
Yes. We were wondering if perhaps you would be able to transport us to Wyoming.
And return us.
What's in Wyoming?
The possible cause of global warming.
Mutants, huh?
We mean to find that out.
Okay, let's see, what transport options do we have available? Well, we have a supply truck going into Wyoming in 3 days. Is that soon enough?
We kind of need something within the next hour or two.
Okay. How much do you have to spend on the trip?
Well, we are owed a favor.
Ah, I see. So you'd be wanting a corporate car. Something bigger, maybe a truck of your own.
Something faster and
Faster
not
than a car.
natural.
Hey,
Oh! Oh! Well, you'll want Mr. Seto in supply.
We were just at Mr. Seto.
Well, you'll have to go back.
Okay.
Svetlana, we'll go wait downstairs.
Okay.
Okay.
Go back to Mr. Seto and supply.
Come in.
Yes.
No, it's you.
I was sent back to see you again.
Look, I don't deal with transport.
I'm talking about less than natural transport.
Oh.
Yes.
How much do you have to spend?
Well, we do have a favor owed to us. We were hoping maybe...
Oh, it's you. I see. And you want transport to...
Wyoming.
What, all of it?
No, these coordinates. I'm sure we marked down a map of...
It's a national
Oh.
park.
National Park, yeah.
The Devil's Tower. What business does your group have in the Devil's Tower?
We suspect it is the major source of global warming, and we want to put an end to that.
Preposterous. You're the source of global warming. It says so in this report.
That report is still dubious at best, and people are still analyzing.
I don't actually care.
Okay.
You want to go? You want to burn your favor? How many?
Let's see, there'd be 6 of us?
With Psiman, yeah.
And we would like also to be brought back if that can encompass the single favor. That would be much appreciated.
Since we
Where do you plan on leaving from?
Well, as soon as we're all ready, is there anywhere in particular you'd like us to...
Meanwhile, I burned all those favors to get the truck for nothing.
We transport the truck.
To be fair, you kind of just ran out of the room while we were still discussing how to get.
Yeah, that is fair. I do that a lot. I'm impulsive. That's how I ended up saving the world.
What do you mean saving the world?
You wouldn't understand. It involved goo and masks. And a cheerleader.
I don't think you're doing what you think you're doing.
You don't know what you think you know. Only you know that.
I mean, I could call the others up here, and if we're all ready, we could go, like...
Okay, so we're there and back for 6. How long do you intend to stay?
I suppose if we haven't solved it by the morning, bring us back at sunrise?
Oh, that's very difficult. Okay.
Or have you got some kind of object that we could use to communicate with you to say when...
So, let's see. We will need a secure location or a vehicle to transport you to and from where it would not be unusual for people to see you go in or out of.
I think Psiman organized a vehicle, a police vehicle already.
There, it wasn't a waste of time then. Right. So let's see. Where would be the perfect place where no one would observe us Well, let's see. We could do it in the Academy Cemetery, or the Drake Estate. That's big and no one goes there. Or the Kubashevsky District. That's an
I
important...
think the Drake Estate sounds very good.
Yeah, and we'll sneak someone in there. Very well, meet us there in 15 minutes. Go, go!
I run to the elevator. Ding, 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 ding. Come on, come on, come on. Oh, Psiman!
You have reached Psiman.
We've got 15 minutes to get us in the vehicle you managed to get to the Drake Estate.
Apparently, we have 15 minutes to get this lovely vehicle to the Drake Estate, wherever that is.
Is this auto?
Yeah,
Right.
it has to be. You can't trust policemen with gears.
I'll drive then.
It's not specially rigged for you.
I can drive auto.
I'll drive.
Just drive.
Because it's telekinetic.
Oh, right.
How do you think I
Look,
make
no
it,
hands!
How do you think when I'm in my superhero outfit, I make it look like I'm walking instead of just hovering, which is what I'm doing.
Is that actually?
Gets up out of his chair, doesn't the Michael Jackson dance, gets back in the chair. See? It's like two pedestrians passing by like,
I'm cured. It's a miracle.
praise Jesus!
Right. Everyone get in the van.
Hang on, I just need to change into my super outfit. There we go. Gets up out of the chair, walks into the van. Those who are paying close attention now notice he's just ever so slightly
Yeah.
off the ground.
And his feet don't move the way walking.
And they don't
would.
make noise.
Yeah.
And they don't quite move with proper walking motion. I think I'm just going to fly like this when I'm in.
Oh,
Jupiter
just like
from now on.
this.
You dare rise against me. Oh, you know who we could have asked for a favor? Magneto. Quicker than a ray of light.
Wait, he owes us a favor?
No, but we could have asked him for it.
Oh,
You catch him in the right mood, he's a really nice guy.
I'd rather use up
He really loves cheese.
an existing favor than...
Flavor of cheese?
Yes, you said cheese and that's my flavor.
Yeah, I noticed.
Um,
You would be
Then-
surprised that cheese Billy racked up at McGall.
Well, you can afford it. Not anymore. Actually, I'm kind of strapped for cash for a month or two. Okay, you all get in the vehicle. You all opened up at the estate. They pile on in. There's a couple of robed guys there. They open up the back to disable the anti-mutant stuff, and they set up this shimmering doorway. And they turn to the one of you that looks most like the leader and say, "The doorway will be open until the sun's rays touch the other side. Step through, step back as many times as you wish, and it will be there."
Charles, make sure none of the staff come near this area in the estate.
Which area, sir?
Tell them where it is.
Ah, very good. That's very out of the way, sir. I don't think anyone but the groundskeeper would be there. I'll make sure they're appropriately distracted.
Thanks.
Good luck, sir.
Why is your hedge burning over the other side now?
Oh, sir, I didn't get an opportunity earlier, but I trust that it's merely scurrilous reporting in the newspapers about your erstwhile errant murderous habits, and that sir is being defamed by their nasty habits, and that sir is a good man, and noble and honourable as I believe.
You have been reading the papers recently. It's full of slander and lies. They just want to defame mutants and those who associate with them.
Why is everyone staring at him?
I knew I didn't need to ask, sir.
Why is all of us now staring at him?
Not a word.
Well, this is awkward.
I'd follow.
I'm waiting for Xander to make a Portal of Town Portal reference about this thing too.
I don't even know if it's a game.
Diablo. It's Western.
How long do we have till the sun rises?
You have 9 hours.
Is it in total?
That takes the time shift into account.
Thank you.
I have time to go put the suit on then. I'm not doing this without the suit. That would be dumb.
Smart.
Especially since cripple walking speed.
Yeah, I'll get Psiman.
The two of you can move more.
Wow.
Actually, you're probably doing.
That is seriously an impressive looking place. Well, so yes, you all step through the thing. You guys can make any preparations you need to want.
Get changed back, and then
I have to go get this suit.
Okay. So you guys can discuss stuff. I just need to drop some info on Ray real quick. So let's go out.
I suppose I get my communicator back.
Yeah, it's very warm. Not as you're dying, right?
It's amazing how warm it is today, considering how freezing it
Oh,
was
yeah, my
last
other one.
night.
That'd be ideal.
It's freaking weird.
Oh, I'll return your communicator to you because it went off before when I was using my one.
Oh, that makes sense then. Testing. Okay, yeah, it's working. Watching SpongeBob cartoons.
No, brother sent me a message, asked me when I was home, and then he realised where I was. See what they're doing? Yeah.
Svetlana. And just with everything that's been happening, I'm just glad you're still with us.
Thank you.
You know, with everything to do with Thomas, the fact that you're here and you're alive, that's the only positive that's come out of all of this stuff. Timelines destroyed.
That's very sweet of you to say. Thank you. Just hope it's all worth it and we can solve this problem.
And we get to go out of state into a national park.
This is the first time we've ever been out of... Well, not quite.
We did get to go to the ocean, but I didn't actually see it.
I've been to the moon, I've been on the Smartliner.
Yes.
Sure.
This is I've been out of state before. Obviously,
I'm a citizen.
Mr. MacGruder goes to Washington.
Oh, yeah. Fights for
And
the
then
rights
there's
to
the
video
whole...
games.
We just went to the moon not long ago, but...
There's only one way to stop Labour's taxes.
Kill them.